This is Justin Duncan, Philosophy 103 Online, and it's the problem of three brothers with one inheritance. If two people must divide something between them, one person draws the dividing line and the other has first choice about which piece to take, leaving the remaining piece to the one who drew the line. Suppose there are three brothers who must divide an inherited piece of property between them. Describe how they could develop a process for equitable division.
Well, one way would be to bring in a fourth party and have them divide it into thirds.
A good attorney could figure this out.
I would probably bring in a fourth person who could evenly divide it.
The idea of a non-biased outsider solving our problem is a heuristic, or a general rule of thumb. This, however, makes the assumption that the three brothers can come to a consensus on a non-biased arbitrator. If the brothers can agree on two dependent premises, we can use deduction to arrive at a solution. These two premises are: all non-biased individuals will fairly divide the property. We can agree on a non-biased individual, which will bring us to the solution: the non-biased individual we can agree on will fairly divide the property. However, if either of our two dependent premises are weak, our conclusion cannot be supported.
It would be obvious rock, paper, scissors.
Using reasoning as frequently practiced, we can infer that rock, paper, scissors will provide classical probability, which is not a desired routine towards achieving equitable division.
You could get a ruler.
Using a ruler is dependent upon the following conditional. If the brothers agree all measured pieces are equal, then they would not care which piece they received. If the consequent of this conditional is true, then we could distribute the property equitably by
Just do a line drawing of, from a hat type thing.
seems simple. While we may produce an algorithm to measure reliably, we cannot avoid the fallacy of division. 1 square acre of swampland does not hold the same worth as 1 square acre of farmland.
That's a trick question.
Well, my thought is once you explain how things are going to be done, then maybe you can brainstorm into a different way of doing it. The three might be able to say, instead of doing it that way, why don't we do it a different way, and maybe they all three can agree on a way to divide the property.
While this may be wishful thinking, we are unwarranted in assuming that a cognitive approach would achieve consensus from the brothers. I contend that the best solution is indeed conversation, in which the problem is reframed into arguments that can be thought about critically. Such a discussion would create a virtuous cycle, producing the greatest probability of a consensus solution.